call pillars of EQ, right? Self-awareness. Do I know who I am and who I'm not, right? So self-awareness, self-management. If I know who I am, that is my strength and my weakness and my opportunities and my threat, what am I going to do about it? So self-management is very much acquiring skills. Then there's social awareness. Do I know what's happening around me? Right? Can I pick up signals that's happening around me correctly? Right? Now this is very important because very often if you're on social media, you find that people are always picking up the wrong signals. People are getting angry for every, pardon me, damn thing out there. Smallest thing you put up, they get angry. I don't understand why, right? But what I know is that while I'm sometimes tempted to react to it, what I realize is that there's a lot of anger. People are very, very angry, right? And it is really important for us to understand what is behind the emotions that people are showing, not the emotion. I think a lot of times what I see and I'm really sad about is that we see an emotion, we judge it, and we think people are weak, and we discard that. What we need to do is that we need to see the emotion. The action can be wrong, but we need to understand why is this important for the person. When you understand the why behind it, then you can address real issues, right? Because the root is elsewhere. The anger, the sadness, the irritation that comes out, it is just the top of the issue, the problem that's coming, right? So if you think about COVID, for example, right, which is a scary word now. Now you get COVID, but the root of the issue is our immunity is not great, right? But you realize we don't talk about immunity, but we are always talking about COVID, as if it's our enemy, right? But more importantly, if you are not paying attention to your own immunity level, nothing much is going to change. All right. Now, so that's social awareness, and then there's social skills. Now, social awareness is knowing what's happening around us. Social skills is how do I respond to that. So if someone is sad, what do I say? Right. And I always say this, right? If you don't know what is the right thing to say, even as so-called EQ trainer expert, the way I'm called, right? There are many times I really don't know what to say because I really don't know, right? And I give myself permission to say I really don't know, right? Because it's better not to say something for the sake of saying than to say something what I call stupid and try and make up for it later. I've learned the hard lesson, right? And the final one is actually motivation, right? Now, motivation, I think a lot of people now will say, I'm motivated, I'm not motivated. But really, motivation is really the meaning you and I give to our life, right? When you have meaning, you are moved to do something about it. Right? Motivation is not just the rara happy factor that we often label it as, right? So sometimes, ask yourself, what makes nurses walk into a COVID ward every day? Think about, I feel frustrated because I got to be home. My kids can't go to the park. There are moments I'm so irritated, right? But, think about the doctors and the nurses who put their lives at stake every day. All right. And some of them have been doing at the expense of not being able to be with their loved ones. What are they motivated by? Right? Not exactly the job, but sometimes maybe what's driving them is the fact that they need to feed their loved ones. The fact that they need to keep their jobs. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a very noble cause. And so there's a meaning behind everything that we do, provided we pay attention to the meaning. Because if you don't pay attention, you may not understand why you do what you do. Yeah, and I'm stressing that out when it comes to motivation. Do you know why you do what you do? If you dance, why do you dance? If you rest, why do you rest? If you go and pick up that additional cake when you're on a diet, why do you do that? And that is truly motivation, right? And when all of this come together at the right time, at the right place, at the right amount, you are emotionally intelligent. So I always say emotional intelligence is not an arrival. So now I can sound very emotionally intelligent, right? I can. And then all I need is I need my children to trigger me, and then you won't find me so intelligent anymore.